Every week, a new superfood, a new restriction, or a new biological hack promises to extend your life. It is exhausting. But if we ignore the noise and look at the signal, data spanning 25 years and tracking over 1.6 million people, a very clear picture emerges. This chart compares mortality risk reduction of popular eating plans. The DASH diet and healthy eating index lower your risk by only 1 to 3%. But look at the anomaly. The Mediterranean diet dwarfs the competition, driving a 23% reduction in overall mortality. When we hear Mediterranean diet, we picture an aesthetic. We imagine long, leisurely lunches on a sun-drenched patio in Rome, sipping wine over checkered tablecloths. But longevity researchers do not measure vibes. They calculate your exact adherence to a strict dose-response dietary pattern using a precise mathematical tool. Adding healthy years to your life requires 0 European vacations. It simply requires you to deliberately optimize a specific, measurable dietary score. This exact 0 to 9-point scale is used in observational research. You earn your first 6 points by eating above the median in 6 beneficial categories: high intake of vegetables, fruits, nuts, legumes, whole grains, and healthy fats like olive oil and fish. The next 2 points are earned through restriction. You secure a point for keeping red or processed meat intake below the median, and another for limiting dairy. The final point is awarded for strictly moderate alcohol consumption. Based on those answers, researchers place you into one of 3 tiers: low adherence from 0 to 3, intermediate at 4 or 5, and high adherence if you score between 6 and 9. These food categories originate from the historical agriculture of Greece and southern Italy, but you can gather these exact points in any local grocery store. This checklist proves healthy eating is not an all-or-nothing binary state. It's an incremental, highly measurable scale where every single point counts towards survival. What is physically happening inside the cells of someone with a score of 7 or 8 that makes them resistant to heart disease and cancer? The public assumption, and the assumption of many doctors, has long been that a diet rich in healthy fats extends life by fixing your standard cholesterol profile. Look at this breakdown chart from recent mediation analyses. Standard improvements in LDL and HDL cholesterol account for less than 3. Add in an optimized body mass index and lowered insulin resistance, and you explain an additional 17% of the mortality benefit. The physical labor of harvesting healthy fats mirrors the aggressive internal optimization those fats trigger inside human cells. The Mediterranean diet operates as a full-body system for optimizing metabolism and suppressing inflammation, entirely independent of basic cholesterol management. The real-world stakes here are massive. Maintaining a high adherence score drops your risk of cardiovascular mortality by 27% and cancer mortality by up to 17%. And those protective effects hold true whether you live in the United States, Northern Europe, or are over the age of 70. This graph illustrates the core dose-response rule of this dietary pattern. For every 2-point increase you achieve on the 9-point scale, your overall mortality risk drops by exactly 10%. Look back at your own score. You do not need to overhaul your entire life overnight. You just need to find 2 specific dietary swaps you can execute by tomorrow morning. Substitute butter for olive oil. Replace a side of potatoes with a serving of legumes. Extending your lifespan doesn't require a perfectly restrictive, flawless diet. By finding just 2 points on the scale, you mathematically tilt the odds of a long, healthy life in your favor.